Welcome back, bitches and cunts. Back into this with another fucking video. Today we're going to be talking a little NFL football. Not about the game, not about the sport, but about who's coaching it. And we've heard a lot of news in the football world lately about who's going to be the coach of the Dallas Cowboys next year. I think it's an understatement to say that most people will be thinking it's going to be Urban Meyer, former Ohio State / Florida head coach. And it would shock me, especially since Urban fucking takes a year or two off every time and then comes right back. It's just who he is. It's just what he wants to do. We all thought it was going to be USC this year. He was going to come back and he was going to start coaching USC. Didn't come to fruition. Didn't happen. But I think he waited because he knew that there was something on the table for him in the NFL. And Urban, I think he's gotten to that point with all his health issues that he wants a shot at the NFL. He doesn't want a shot at the college anymore. He knows he can do it there. He's won championships both places he's gone. For him to come back, it has to be something for truly special. And that's the NFL. Urban will sit back there on his chair as he sits there in the Fox studio, just thinking about the option. He's like, sure, I'll coach the Dallas Cowboys, no problem. You know, I'll go in there, I'll win some games, I'll win some special things, and yeah, I'll coach the Dallas Cowboys, no problem. And then he'll be like, oh, fuck, my AIDS are acting up again. I gotta retire. And that'll end up happening, and then he'll officially be done. Because you can't go anywhere else than up once you've reached the NFL. He'll probably be a little successful, but it's a lot different than college. He might be a little successful, especially since the beginning of Dallas Cowboys football team that is a very good team. And I think he could do a good job. Not a great job, I really don't. But I think he could do a good job. He could lead that team to at least the playoffs because they have a playoff caliber team, and I think he could get them to maybe even an NFC Championship game if he can play good enough. But the real thing is here that I want to talk about is Urban Meyer will most likely be the next NFL coach to be introduced, I think, at some point, because we all know that what's his fucking face, that nobody gives a goddamn shit about Jason Garrett, is going to be fired. But I think they're missing out on an even better option at the head coaching position. A little man that has coached now 2 Heisman winners back-to-back years and has now ended this year, but the last 2 years, Lincoln Riley. I think he's an offensive genius, an offensive guru, and I think he could make an NFL club extremely special, like Sean McVay and like Kyle Shanahan. He has an offensive mind that could really make the teams flourish. Now, he has to go somewhere where he has a young quarterback that he can influence and create and work around them, as he has done with Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, and now Jalen Hurts. I think they're missing out on him. He is a truly good head coach that I think you could have at the offensive spectrum. Now, yes, when it comes to being a head coach, he has led a very, very solid school there at Oklahoma, and he's led them to the playoffs year after year after year, it seems like, since he's been there. But Urban Meyer, Lincoln Riley, I believe they will both be NFL head coaches someday. It's just, that's what you do. That's when you know you're at the pinnacle, when you're at the top of your game, when you're at the top and most respected, is when they become an NFL head coach. Urban Meyer will no doubt be an NFL head coach. I just think they need to be looking for the needle in the haystack, that little something that is a little special, and I think is longer lasting. Urban Meyer, good head coach, no doubt. He'll be there for 4 or 5 years until his AIDS acts up again. But then you need to look somewhere else after that. You need to look at long term. Lincoln Riley's a young man, a young guy, and he can lead a franchise for years to come depending on how well it goes. He's an offensive genius, an offensive guru, something special to bring to the game. What does Urban bring to the game other than his AARP card? He's an old man. He's not going to last forever. He's tired. He gets sick very, very easily. He'll probably fall on the sideline a couple times just because he's fucking goddamn so old. His diabetes will act up and he'll lose his toe with the gout. That's just how it'll go. Evan, don't what me. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. He's an old piece of shit.
He's like 60.
Urban Meyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know he is. But he has the fucking health of a 95-year-old. he's not going to last long is what I'm saying. 3 to 5 years, some shit like that. And then his fucking goddamn stage 3 cancer will act up again, and he'll fucking be sitting down for another stint in the clubhouse, watching the games and just analyzing them. And I think, honestly, that's just where he wants to be at this point. But he wants to get the accolade of knowing that he was able to coach in the NFL. And he'd be a good head coach. I believe that. But he doesn't have that specialness to him that is going to lead the way. Why are you fucking laughing, Evan? God damn. Fucking producer over here won't shut the fuck up. Anyways. Doesn't have the specialness to him. Doesn't have that fucking if factor. It. Like Riley, on the other hand. Not only does he have that it factor like the Sean McVays and the Kyle Shanahans of the world, he's also young. He's not currently dying from 73 different diseases. And he'll be able to coach your football team for many years, more than 3 to 5, if everything goes according to plan. So if it's up to me, and I'm a GM of an NFL football team, I'm going with Lincoln Riley, not Urban Meyer. See you next video.